Hello and welcome to Renaissance Minis. Working on the Victorian house right now, and I am going to be working on the kitchen area. I've made a wall that's going to go here, but I have to decide what kind of wallpaper I'm going to put on the back of it before I place it there, and see what we could do here in the kitchen. Using the big popsicle sticks. These are approximately 1 inch wide, and I'm going to be using these for the cabinets. I want to put a window in here above the sink, so I'm going to mark how high the cabinets go up, so then I know where to put my window. Also, I'm going to mark where the top of 1, 2, 3, 4.5, where the top of the first floor is, so that I have an idea of where to center that window. Let's go ahead and draw that line now. Now that I have that line there, I can see where I want to have that window. Move the stairs for a second. Okay. Not secured those in yet. Okay. I'm going to have the cabinet come up to that line, then the window trim is going to come up to here. So the window, the bottom of the actual cutout, is going to have to be here. And I think I want a pretty good size window in the kitchen. So that's going to be the sink line. I think I want the window to be pretty big. I am thinking like maybe that big. All right, I went with the 1 inch on each side. I'm going to go with a rounded top on this window, just because I think it'll look good. And it may have a separation here. Okay. Now we have our kitchen window in there. Very happy with that. That's going to come up to there, so that's going to look really good. Put the stairs back where they go, because this is going to be a solid wall here when it gets all glued together, and this is going to be covered up. Use the foam board as the baseboard. That will work. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut this to the dimensions of these cabinets out of Dollar Tree foam board. Okay. And then I'm going to make it slightly smaller than this piece. I'm just going to freehand this. I'm going to go slightly smaller on both sides. And then I'm going to take off this piece here, but I'm not going to freehand that. I'm going to ruler it. Okay, this is the back. Doesn't matter if it's not perfect. And so this is going to be the baseboard. So the cabinet, right, it's going to sit at the bottom underneath this. So that's going to be the baseboard. So now I'm going to build the base of the cabinets. Which should be not this size, but this size. The countertop is just slightly smaller than the cabinets. I'll put down my final measurements down below, but this is 2 centimeters and the cabinets are a little 2¼ centimeters. So it's just a slight difference. So this is going to be the countertop. That means the base has to be smaller than the countertop, because the countertop has to hang over this lip just a little bit. So that's the measurement we want there, which is to hang over about that much. So the measurement of the actual base is gonna, it looks like it's gonna be 3/4 centimeter. So we're gonna go 3/4 centimeter. All right, so that's going to be the base of the cabinets. Then this is going to sit under. Show you this from the side profile so you can see that this is indented a little bit, slightly. And I set mine at measuring in centimeters there, 1/4 centimeter in from the edge here, but you can set it however you want. Now I'm using scissors. I'm setting such a bad example here. I have these old scissors that just cut through metal, wood, everything. They're not even anything special. I don't even know where Project Source. I love these scissors, but you can use a little saw, jewelry saw, or whatever. I know. Need to use all professional tools here. So excuse that. So if you're a craftsman out there, you can shake your head if you want. It's like, oh God, what is she doing? She's using scissors. That's the wrong implement. So I'm going to cut 2 of these pieces, but you know what? It works. Now, the only time it doesn't work, FYI, is when you're cutting a really small piece of wood. If you attempt to use the scissors on really piece, it'll just split into a million pieces. So you do have to judge that like I just did. See, I just split that. See? I just split that. Oh, bummer. All right. You know what? If at first you don't succeed, I can finish that sentence. Cut quick. All right, it did it again. So you're welcome for the demonstration on what not to do. but that's okay. I'm going to use it anyway. I'm going to use it anyway because it's going to be glued on and it's going to be secure by the glue. All right, so, okay, we're going to put it on the inside. Oh, you know what? We're going to have another countertop coming off of here. So we don't need to do that side. Yay. Then we can use our good piece and call it a day. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this here. I always like to test things out first before I get all too excited. All right, so turn this around so you can see what we did. Take you in a little bit closer. All right, man, closer yet. All right, so now you can see that we have the baseboard down under there. Oops. No worries, this is all going to be solidly placed down, but there's the baseboard is under there, which is awesome. And that's going to be our, this will eventually be glued to the side here, so no worries. I'm cutting out a place for the farmer's sink to go. Should have probably did this before I attached it. That would have been smarter, but I didn't. So I took my jewelry saw and cut 2 sides. So you can get these jewelry saws on Amazon. And I cut these 2 sides here. And now I'm taking my X-Acto knife and cutting here ever so carefully. So I am building the sink out of foam board. Going to make the bottom of the sink down in here like this. And I'm going to glue that in there. I like this better. The bottom of the sink should be the same width as this opening, but the sides should, scoot this over. Yeah, so it should look something like that. And then you can decide what the depth is going to be on it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and glue these pieces together. If I had that the right, I think that was the right side. And I'm going to bend it around with my fingers and make it look rounded and flat. Pressing it, bending it like this. That piece is going to go right here. It's going to go on here. I'm going to cut a hole. Leave room for the faucet. This is where the faucet's going to go. that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode of Build This Victorian House. Catch you later. Click subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos. Click like if you like the content, and we'll catch you on the next episode.